Yesterday, my wife and I we indulged in something that we are not proud of as young parents. This was something that we had always made very conscious efforts to not do, but we ended up doing, for which we are a little ashamed of ourselves. Let me tell you what happened. So we were returning to Bangalore from a beach town in Kerala. We were driving back home. So there was my wife, our 3-year-old son Gappa, and me. We were in the car, and we were about to reach Bangalore, and we were tired. It was getting late in the night, and one conversation led to another, and before we knew it, my wife, that's Suman, and we got involved in a quarrel. Okay. It was actually a heated exchange between us, not really a fight. It was an argument. Okay. A lot of back and forth, not giving any stop in between. uh, and our voices were loud, and our tones were harsh. Okay. And since we were in the car, the things got amplified. When you're arguing in a car, when you're quarreling in a car, mm, there's no escape from it. So when we are at home, and when we indulge in these kind of quarrels or arguments, we make sure that Gappa is not around us. Okay. I wanted to repeat, Gappa is our 3-year-old son. Gappa is not around us, but in the car there's no escape. So one thing led to another, and we kept going back and forth, back and forth. And soon we realized that our son Gappa, he is able to understand that we are quarreling, okay, that we are arguing, and he was not feeling good about it. We could feel it. He doesn't know English yet. We haven't exposed him to English, and that was the reason why we were quarreling in English. But language didn't matter. He understood that, and you'll not believe, he started making actual attempts to separate us, to serve as a pacifier, as a peacemaker. Okay. Doesn't sound very believable, but try to understand what I'm trying to say. We were in this back and forth, my wife and I, without caring about son, okay, without caring about Gappa. Suddenly he turns to me and he asks me, Papa, that ostrich is left behind. So earlier in the day, we had taken him to a private zoo where he had, seen an ostrich, and he was fascinated by that. And he knew that if he mentioned the ostrich, I would immediately be, inclined in indulging him, in talking to him. But our egos, such big ego. Okay, I didn't care. And then again he tried to change the topic. He tells me, Papa, don't worry, even if the ostrich will not bite me. Okay. Even that was not good enough. We continued fighting, my wife and I, not fighting again, like I mentioned, we are quarreling. Then he focused on his mama. Okay. He asks her, Mama, why didn't the monkey bite me in the morning? So in the morning there was an incident in which he teased a monkey. The monkey jumped towards him but didn't bite him. But his mama also, her ego is also very bloated. She didn't respond. She didn't stop the quarrel. Then he did something that that really ashamed us. Okay, that really shamed us. What he did was he pulled her face, and like I mentioned, while he was talking to me, he was trying to pull my face away from mama. Okay. So when he was talking to his mama, he tells her, "Mama, move fulao." Okay. So there's this funny thing they do. Okay, where he asks his mama to puff her mouth with air. This is what she does, and then he does this. Okay, but in the car he didn't do that. Okay, he didn't punch her mouth. I think what he did was he just let the air stay inside so that she wouldn't speak, and that would end the conversation between us. There was something he was doing very consciously, and by this time, by this mouth punching time, I think we both we realized we had done enough. We had behaved very selfishly, very shamelessly, and we stopped quarreling. Quarrel ended over there, but it got me thinking about our own childhood. In our own childhood, many of us have grown up into homes where our parents used to quarrel, they used to fight, and used to always be worried. When will they start quarreling? I hope they don't quarrel. There's no tension at home. We would always be stuck in that dilemma. Whom do we support? Like for example, for Gappa, the two people he loves the most, they were quarreling with each other. Just imagine what must be going on in his mind. And same things went on in our minds when we were small. And when we have grown up, those things don't really leave you. The scars remain. So this is something that my wife, Suman, and I, we had made very conscious efforts. We'll never fight, never quarrel in front of him. But that's something we broke in the car. but thankfully we realized it on time. We both were sensible enough to contain it, to control ourselves, to stop behaving selfishly, uh, before it got too late, before the child got traumatized. As he's growing up, he's able to understand these things much more than he did earlier. We need to be much more careful. So this was something I wanted to share with you guys. This is the platform where I'll be sharing my parenting journey, the anecdotes, the incidents, the learning, the experiences in its very raw and honest form over here, week after week. So please follow, please subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.